Anthony Hartwig here with a Beaver Local softball player profile. I am joined by Olivia Keller from Beaver Local. Olivia, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You got it, and here it comes. The senior year that everyone talks about for you, and I know you're kind of going through it like everyone else, trying to dodge the weather. What's it kind of been like this year, trying to get as much as you can from it while trying to dodge the weather like everyone has this spring?
Yeah, we've had many cancellations. I'd say so far we've had at least to reschedule 5 games this year because of rain.
When it's like that and you don't know if you're going to play or not and it's kind of stop and start, how do you guys kind of stay mentally focused?
Um, we usually practice on the days that it gets rained out from like 5 to 7 every single day, so it really helps us stay focused.
What's it like going through everything this year, knowing that everything you do, it's kind of like for the last time you do it as a part of this program?
Every year I try to put in as much effort as I can, and I'm just trying to help my team out and stay focused.
Yeah, you're asked to be a leader this year as an upperclassman, and what's it kind of like gelling these seniors that you guys have with the younger players on the team and trying to become a unit?
Um, the three seniors on varsity, my second baseman and my first baseman, have been playing together for years since like we were 8, and we love to keep the team up on their feet and keep them excited to play. And all the freshmen this year are great. My catcher is great. All the underclassmen are great.
Yeah, I mean, as a pitcher, you have to have a good relationship with your catcher. Talk about the dynamic and the relationship between you two and what makes it so special.
Oh, I love Tori. She's a great person on and off the field. She has a great arm. She's had many throwdowns this year. She's just a really good catcher overall.
I know there have to be a couple of times where she has to come to you in the circle and say something that gets your mind off of what's going on. So, what's the best thing that she said in kind of a timeout conversation with you in the circle?
Um, I'd say just to finish the inning, like stay focused. Like she told me, like I know it's gonna be like hard to finish, but you have to do it.
All right, talk about this coaching staff and what it's been like to be under them and how much they've helped you grow, not just as a softball player, but as a person as well.
Oh well, Cash Dollar. He's been my coach these past 4 years. He's like one of my best friends. He supports me no matter what. Even if something bad happens, he's still there. He's always got my back. And then Coach Jones, she's always motivating us, always making us stay focused. No matter what, she's always there for me.
Having someone named Cash Dollar as a coach has to come with a lot of opportunities to make that into a war chant, I bet.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you like to do before a game to get yourself mentally ready and psyched up to play softball?
Oh my gosh. We always have karaoke sessions. I bring my big speaker in with the microphone, and we always karaoke and have jam sessions before every game.
All right, so if we took you down to the karaoke, what would be like the go-to karaoke song for Olivia Keller?
Um, I'd say Bet on It from the High School Musical series.
Okay, now wait, who's the best on the team at doing karaoke though?
Oh, definitely Lauren Piscatelli.
What is the like? Is there a jam that she really like? Okay, every time she comes to the mic, you know she's picking this jam because she really nails it.
Definitely One Direction. Anything One Direction.
You gotta love it. Talk about some of the things that you had as personal goals coming into this season and wanting to accomplish before the season was over.
I definitely say uh, pitching. Like I didn't really come into the season wanting to pitch, but my coach really needed me and my team really needed me. So I'd say one of my goals is just to pitch the best I can possibly pitch every game.
What's that been like? I mean, like you said, you came into the season. It wasn't something that you were expecting or something that you necessarily wanted, but to just be able to do something because your teammates need you to do it. I mean, what's that feeling like?
It's a good feeling because every game, if we do good, they're always telling me how proud of me they are, and I don't know, it's just a great feeling.
Now I know you're committed to play at the next level. I don't want to take this moment away from you, so I want you to tell everyone, in case they don't know, where you've decided to go next year and play softball at the next level.
Yeah, I decided to go to Geneva College to pursue my softball career.
Golden Tornadoes. Talk about what went into this decision and what kind of made Geneva the spot that you landed.
Um, Ever since I went and visited the campus, I just love the campus. I love how it's close to home. I love my teammates there. I love the coaches. I love my roommate. She's also on the softball team. It's just great overall.
Was there one moment during a visit or maybe a conversation with the coaching staff that really won you over?
Um, I say definitely the girls on the team there talking about how great like the biology program is there and the coach saying how much he needed me on his team. That just made me feel really good.
All right, so now that you are committed and you don't have to worry about being recruited anymore, how much stress did that take off of you going into this year of high school ball to just be able to just focus on Beaver Local softball and making your teammates and the team as good as it can be and not having to worry about the other stuff, impressing coaches and where you're going to go and all that stress that comes with the recruiting process?
It actually feels really great because like every time I go up to the plate, I don't feel like I have to hit a home run or I have to like hit a line drive. I just like try to like stay calm and stay patient and focused.
And we know there are a lot of ups and downs that come with softball anyway. What are some of your routines that you try to stick to so you don't ride that roller coaster too much and get too low on the lows and get too high on the highs?
I love just practicing after school every day. If we don't have a game, just like hitting into the net, going to my softball field, just hitting balls with my dad, just anything to stay positive.
Playing softball for as long as you do comes with a great work ethic, and you have to be able to have a drive for the sport. So, with that work ethic, what's the one thing that you think in your high school career that you've improved the most on from freshman year to now?
I say my hitting 100%. Freshman year, I was really nervous. I was not very confident in myself, and ever since my junior year hit, it's been so much better.
Was there a eureka moment or something that a coach told you that really fixed your swing or got you to hit a little bit better?
Probably Coach Jones. Just everything she says to me makes me want to do better, and I try so hard to practice every day since then.
Like you said before, you've been playing since you were 8. So when you're growing up and you're going through the softball journey, were there any softball players that you watched growing up, whether it be on the TV with college or Beaver Local grads, that you just said, I kind of want to emulate this person or I want to learn how to play like this person?
Definitely Jenny Finch. She's always been someone I look up to, and also Kat Osterman.
Oh, for someone that didn't want to pitch this year, you
Yeah.
picked two amazing pitchers in the game of softball. When you talk about some of the people in your life personally that have helped you throughout this journey, what kind of people kind of come to mind as your support system and the people that are there for you?
I'd say number one, my dad. He's been there ever since I started playing softball. He's been my rec ball coach, been my travel ball coach for at least 5 years. He's just a great guy.
Right, yeah, there's always that story about that softball dads and the softball coaches that are also dads. So I'm gonna ask you about that dynamic and what it's been like to grow up with the softball dad and to be able to be coached by him and to be able to learn from him, but also be able to share that with him.
I say it's both good and bad. He's a good coach. He always knows what to do in certain situations. And sometimes it's just like bad because it's my dad and he's like really hard on me, but he's hard on me to only make me better.
Was he always into softball, or did he kind of take this softball journey with you as you fell in love with it?
I'd say he took it with me. Like I've wanted to play since I was like 5 years old, and ever since then, he's always wanted to be there for me and be there with me along my journey.
Now, obviously, you're a basketball player at Beaver Local too, multiple sport athlete. What was it like, kind of transitioning from the basketball season to the softball season, and kind of keeping yourself in shape during basketball?
Well, during my basketball season, I did fracture my tibia and sprain my MCL. So I've just been trying to like work out and get my legs stronger ever since then. But I'd say I've came a long way ever since then.
Well, gosh dang, how do you mentally come back from that? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
That's not just like, oh, I made an oopsie injury. That's like, I really got to come back from this injury. What was the mental grind of trying to rehab yourself after doing that?
I had to do weeks and weeks of physical therapy. I was on crutches for at least like 2 months. It was rough. I missed like 3/4 of my basketball season, but I'm glad to be back for softball.
And now, softball is a game where your legs are so important. I mean, was there kind of a moment there at the beginning of the season where maybe you had to work on trusting your plant leg and trusting that it was going to be there and it was going to be strong enough for you to hold up?
Yeah, I definitely say at the beginning of the season, I definitely had to push through a little bit of like pain in my leg. So yeah.
All right, so now you've gone through all of that. You reflect on this softball career. You reflect on this season a little bit. What's been some of your favorite memories that you've had with this program throughout the years?
Definitely meeting all these new girls on my softball team, like the freshmen, of how all had a huge impact on me. And I'd say some of my favorite memories would be like bus rides, karaokeing, going out to eat after. Just our team bonds a lot.
What makes you so proud to represent Beaver Local and to wear the colors and to wear the Beaver Local across your chest?
Just being surrounded by all the people, like my coaches and teammates, just makes me proud to go to that school.
And we know how strong this community is too. The support every athlete gets from Beaver Local, it's like its own little monster down there. What's it like to feel the support from people, no matter what sport you're playing?
It's great. Like the student sections at Beaver Local are great. Like everyone's positive.
And not to forget that you're a student athlete first, so we can't go this interview without asking you about your schoolwork and what your favorite class is, and who are some teachers in the Beaver Local schools that have impacted your journey.
Okay, I'd say definitely Mrs. Hendricks, my teacher, my English teacher this year. She's a great person. She's always there for me. And I'd definitely say just the whole, like, my principals, they're all there for me. They're always supporting me on my softball journey. So, yeah.
What are you planning on studying in Geneva when you go into college?
I'm planning on studying biology to become a physical therapist.
That's awesome. I'm sure you need to. Were you inspired to do that when you were going through all the physical therapy with your leg, or was that something that you wanted to do even before the injury?
It's been in my mind ever since I was little, but like when I went for my knee for basketball, like just seeing what they do and how they like talk to me and just meeting new people was just so much looks so much fun to do.
And what's your what thing are you most excited about getting on college campus and starting your college journey?
I'd say meeting new people and just playing softball in general.
Okay, so we talked about your pregame routine, and before we let you go, I want to get to know a little bit about your postgame routine. What's the go-to postgame meal for Olivia Keller?
I'd say El Paso around here. We love good Mexican food around here.
What's the best order when you go to El Paso?
I'd say pollo con crema. It's so good.
Okay, so what about stuff that you have in the dugout? Is there a snack? Is there a refreshment that you have to have? Gatorade? Like, what's the go-to during game beverage? I should say.
I'd say beverage wise, definitely Gatorade or Body Armor, something like that.
All right, what's the Gatorade flavor? What's your favorite?
Orange, orange all the way.
Yes. When you think about, we already talked about the karaoke and your go-to karaoke jams, but what about like the hype playlist and the things that get you really hyped to play a softball game?
We like always make sound effects in the dugout, and it just gets us excited for every at bat.
The softball dugouts are a unique thing in sports. No one cheers like a softball dugout. What's been your favorite chant
Oh,
as part of a softball dugout?
we do this one sound effect. It's called the ring ding ding, but it's like really really annoying.
Got to be a little bit annoying for the other team in there. When you talk about who the loudest teammate in the dugout is, what comes to mind?
Lauren, definitely Lauren.
What about the one person on your team that no matter what the situation is in the game or what you're going through, can always tell a joke that will make you laugh?
Definitely Lexi.
All right, before we let you go, Olivia, I know you already shouted out a couple of people that support you, but I do want to give you the time that if there's anyone that you haven't mentioned that you want to kind of thank for your support system and the people that are there for you. I want to give you the time to thank them.
I'd like to thank my mom and dad for always supporting me. I'd like to thank all my teammates in high school softball and travel softball on Ohio Blast. And I'd like to thank my dad, which is also my Ohio Blast coach, and my softball coaches, Coach Jones and Cash Dollar.
All right, Olivia, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We look forward to your continued success, and we know that we'll talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you.